Yeah, good morning. We're also talking about how this event happens, and it happens with a lot of volunteers, about 1,000. And there are such specific roles, from walking scorers to somebody called a standard bearer. What is that, you ask? Well, thank goodness. We have the tournament director, Rob Kroll, with us. Rob, this is a workout being a volunteer.
Yeah, this is heavy. You have kind of a belt that you fit it in, but this is a very important role and part of how a golf tournament works. You can come out and be a standard bearer, and got Patrick Reed here, and that identifies the group that they're playing in. You walk the complete course, and it's very important. And volunteers are very, very important to us.
Wow. So, okay, this identifies, you got all the names there. I'm going to put this back so that way when the volunteer shows up, they have these. They need that. So we're going to leave that behind. So many interesting, very specific roles. What is it? Location-based operators.
Yes, you've got location-based operators, lots of technology for ball flight and how it travels through the air. Data is big in the world, so some of these capture that data. This one here is spotters, actually helping the players physically find their ball if it goes into the rough. Thousands of people will be out here today, so sometimes, it's tough to find your ball. So we have people that support the actual competition and everything, just the operations of a golf tournament.
Okay, 1,000 volunteers in these incredibly important positions. So I know there must be some sort of training process, and they're probably really big fans of golf. So these are not foreign concepts or positions.
Not at all. These are people that love to be around the game, are usually golfers themselves, don't have to be, but usually golfers, and they really help us operate. And they want to be around the game and help with, great cause in our great mission. So it kind of works.
And they have one of the best seats in the house. We're going to spin around so you can see the green here behind us that is actually being prepped. And speaking of a great cause, so we're looking at what is known as the 313. We're talking about the volunteers, because if you didn't have those volunteers, you'd be paying a lot more money. And you said these volunteers, they actually have to pay to volunteer.
Yeah, so they pay, but they get a great kind of experience and kind of merch package. They get shirts and access and parties, and we feed them. And it really becomes kind of a club out here for people that want to give back to the community. And the end game to this all is to change the course, end the digital divide in Detroit. Dan Gilbert and Jay Farner's vision to give back to the community in a meaningful way. We're doing that every day, and the volunteers are really emblematic of that and their commitment. And so it's everybody pitching in for a great cause and to help kind of end the digital divide here in Detroit.
Yeah, so important. We know that the city of Detroit has for a while had about 40% of the city without internet access. And as we know, everything is online, whether you're applying for jobs or school. It's just so important. So really incredible that you're doing that. And behind us are some of the areas in which those playing on the course today, depending on how well they do at each hole, can really contribute in a big way. So we'll touch on that a little bit more coming up this morning. The tournament today, it's a big day. No tickets left, I'm guessing.
Limited tickets left. We have a very limited. The last few days with the great weather we've had, sold a lot of tickets. But if you want to come out, there still are limited tickets available.
Okay, act fast. And all the action. It gets started really soon. So back to you, Jen.